Hello friends, I am about to head to the allotment plot now, and since it's usually quite noisy at the plot, I thought I would do a little intro now before I get there. So today is March the 18th. I've been back and forth to the plot for about 2 or 3 weeks, and I've been doing a lot of work off camera, and the stuff that I've been doing is mainly I guess digging. And as much as I wanted to do like a no dig plot, I started digging in one area where I wanted to grow my potatoes, and I wanted to grow them traditionally, and sorry, I've just noticed there's a bee outside and I think it's stuck in a spider's web. I'm just gonna go save a bee, be right back. There's a really big fat bumblebee just stuck in a spider's web. Anyway, it's out now and I'm outside, and I can't remember what I was saying. Potatoes. What I was saying was I started digging over an area where I wanted to put my potatoes, and I was going to grow my potatoes traditionally in drills in the ground. And when I started digging it over, I realised how much plastic and still quite a lot of nettle roots that were in the ground. So yeah, I removed quite a lot of plastic, and I have a feeling that the whole plot is pretty much got plastic buried in the whole thing. So I don't think that I'll be able to do proper no dig beds, but once I've finished, I think what I'm gonna have to do is dig over the whole plot to pull out the pieces of plastic and yeah, just the network of roots that are under everything. So that's what I'm going to be doing probably for the whole week. And that's what I have been doing now and again over the last few weeks, which I haven't filmed because it's a little bit boring, to be honest. Yeah, so we're gonna head over. I'll show you what I've done over there, and yeah, talk about my plans and then do some digging. So I've been here for about half an hour already, and yeah, I just immediately started work before starting to film. Anyway, I'll show you what it's looking like now and kind of what my plan is, but I just started digging out a nettle root, and these aren't little roots, these are absolutely huge, which I'll show you now, and they pretty much run like the whole width of the plot. You start digging in one area and then you start pulling something from like the other end of the plot. It's just crazy. Yeah, so I've been digging one root for about half an hour. Anyway, let's show you what it's looking like right now. So this is the very front of the plot from the road. My greenhouse is a little bit emptier now. I also dug out the nettles from this area just so it would look a little less abandoned, because there's been yet more rubbish dumped at the front of the plot, which is really, really annoying. I mean, there's a watering can, a water butt base, another bin bag. So I mean, I can use the water butt base and the watering can if it's never hole in, but it's just like, it's not very nice to have more stuff dumped here when there's already a heck of a lot of rubbish on this plot as it is. So yeah, this is what the very front is looking like now. I realised the old compost area that was made by the previous owners it's full of plastic and bits, just bits and bobs, and loads of perennial weeds as well. So I honestly, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this area. I think I'm going to have to try and use some of the compost maybe, potentially, and just sift through it, which is very, very annoying. Yeah, so between the greenhouse and the path that I made a few weeks ago, there's a lot of stingies that have now popped up again, which is great. So many stingies on this plot. And then let's walk to the main area. Try not to fall over. So, to the side of the greenhouse, yep, more stingies. The toad is still hibernating under there. I hope it's okay. I did just check on it and it's definitely alive, which is good. And then this is what it's like now. So what I did was lay out the weed sheets and put some boards just basically around the areas where I think I want raised beds. So I don't actually have enough wood to make proper raised beds, but this is kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. So there'll be a bed here. There'll probably be in-ground beds, like no dig beds, as in I mean, look, I am digging currently, but once I've dug out the roots I will make some no dig beds. So from this side of the plot up to about here, it was all covered with weed sheet and artificial turf, and then this little patch here, it wasn't covered, and the nettles that have grown in this area are absolutely insane. Just look at those roots. I've kind of like pulled them from here and put them over to one side because this is where like the mother plant is basically. There's one mother plant here and one there. So yeah, the nettles are absolutely insane. This area, because it was being covered for pretty much the whole time, I suppose, there's no nettles in here, but there is another mother plant in here. And you know what, this is what I mean by like, I'm not just digging out some little weedy roots, they are huge things, absolutely huge. So yeah, that's fun. And here behind the compost heap, this is the mound of nettle roots that I've dug out so far, or pulled out. Yeah. It's a washing basket full and it overspills. So those are going to have to go to the tip, because obviously I can't compost those because those are just going to keep sprouting up because they're already starting to sprout again. There's 2 bags of rubbish here. I did find a bit of carpet on the plot, so it's in there. But I think carpet is like the least of my worries at the moment. Oh dear. So yeah, what I'm thinking is potatoes in that area there, that I have dug over like completely, and I've tried to remove as much root and plastic as possible. Like it looks, I mean, I think it will be okay for potatoes because ideally I want to get my potatoes in like next week. My earlies anyway. And then I'm thinking like a little path here, and then a pumpkin bed down here and archways, so the pumpkins will grow from here up over the archways, and the same on this side, like pumpkin area, little path, and then a bed for, I don't know, like leeks or something. I don't know, I really want to grow leeks. And then eventually another pumpkin bed back here, and then yeah, these 3 beds will probably have things like beans and courgette. What else am I growing? I don't know, I did make a little plan, so maybe I'll put the little plan on screen and you can kind of see what I want to grow. But let's go to the back first before we go into the greenhouse. So I did ask in my last video what do you think this tree is, because it's been buried in a pot. I haven't posted that video yet, so I don't know what your answers would have been, but I think it's a fig. Do you think it's a fig? And I asked the lady from a few plots away, and she thinks it's also a fig as well. So I've probably missed the season to prune this thing, and I kind of would like to dig it out of the ground and, you know, put it in a better position, because yeah, it's in like this bucket but it's pretty much broken. So I don't know, I don't really know what to do. Maybe I'll leave it here for the time being and then, don't know, get it out sometime soon. And then here we have the little pond. So yeah, potatoes, and then there will be a little path. Well, I don't know if it will be a path. I have dug this. Is that a potato? That's a potato. Where on earth did that come from? So yeah, I'll probably put some like wildflowers here. Don't really know if I need to get around like the whole potato area. And then probably like cornflowers, something, I don't know, some kind of thing growing here, flower. And then in the pond, I've actually looked in. We can have a look now. I don't know if you can see, but I can actually see the bottom of it is quite clear. So I don't know if there are any other pond plants in there which are doing a job oxygenating the pond, but these I presume are, I don't know, are they like irises maybe? I don't know, I hope so. I hope there's something nice anyway, not just reeds. And then this whole area, the very back of the plot, this is still an absolute disaster. The only things I've managed to clear are 6 bags of rubbish, and that's just general waste, just stuff that I picked from basically this area. So I will have to go to the tip at some point because there's a heck of a lot of wood and a lot of it is rotten. Like the decking boards, they're fine. If they're rotting, I'll still use them to like edge the beds. But let's go let's go to the back. The stuff like the artificial turf, and then there's lots of just pieces of wood and like MDF, not MDF, what's it, chipboard. Like I'm not going to use that on the plot, am I? A bicycle seat as well behind there. So yeah, there's just lots of like bits and bobs that need to go in that I can't just put in general waste, especially the pile of artificial turf. Like honestly, I don't know what to do with that. Yeah, then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 compost bins that I'm going to use, and eventually I'm going to put them at the front of the plot, kind of where this current compost heap is now, but I don't know, make actual nice compost with it. So yeah, there's so much to do, and there's a lot that needs doing that I can't do on my own, like taking all the stuff to the tip. My mum's got a big car, so you can fit a lot in the boot of her car, so we're going to do a couple of trips when she comes to visit, but she hasn't come to visit yet, so it'll probably be beginning of April, hopefully the end of March, like next week or something. But yeah, there's just so much to do, but I feel like I have made a lot of progress on my own, but it'll just be nice to have help. Also, I had a comment on my first video, I can't remember who did it, sorry, name escapes me, but basically they said that I should probably focus on clearing the greenhouse first so I can start like seedlings off, or have somewhere to put all the seedlings that I've been growing at home. There's so many at home already and it's only March, so that is a very good point. And the thing is, like, I want to do the greenhouse, but I find it more exciting digging and just doing like proper manual labour, like if you know what I mean. So yeah, the greenhouse is something that I really should do, or should have done first, but hopefully, like I said, when my mum comes up, we can crack on, move some of the rubbish, and then I feel like it'll be easier to get into the greenhouse and put my seedlings in there, and then it'll be tomato season before we know it, as in like time to plant tomatoes. So yeah, I don't know, I've just been like, I really want to get my potatoes in. Like I'm panicking because I need to get my potatoes in. And there's nowhere really to put them yet. As in, like, that bed is done, but I just feel like the soil is just kind of rubbish. I just don't know. I just don't know. I was quite positive before getting here, and now I'm here, I'm like, there's so much crap here. So much plastic and rubbish, and people adding more rubbish to my already massive pile of rubbish. So yeah, I'm getting a little bit annoyed, but anyway, I'll show you the greenhouse. So here we are. Amazingly, I did clear a lot of stuff from here, and there was quite a few dead plants which I just easily pulled out. But let's go in. It's very toasty in here today. There's a couple of bags of netting, like that green stuff. Oops. And then I presume this was an old greenhouse, like little mini greenhouse cover, but I don't think it's usable because I have some poles. I found some of the poles on the plot, but I don't know if I really want to faff around with trying to build an old, potentially broken greenhouse when I have this have this to work with. Oh, I can see lots of spider webs actually. I don't know if I want to go all the way in, but yeah, the still quite a lot of dead plant stuff and plastic that needs digging out, I mean just removing from here. Then hopefully it won't be too much work in here. So under here there's actually like a chair that was left by the previous owner and a watering can. There's a couple of bags of rubbish that I've just filled up from like the rest of the plot. Cardboard. Yeah, I brought that with me because I had the vision of being able to plant in that area like immediately, but I'm just going to leave that for a bit longer. And yeah, there's going to be a heck of a lot of cardboard on this plot soon because I've been hoarding it for months. There's some weeds growing down there, something growing there, something growing there, but yeah, I need to get in here and clean it out and like wash all the windows down, make sure I can close this window vent thing because I haven't ventured that far into the greenhouse yet because of all the spider webs. Oh, and also my plan is to have one water butt here. And maybe I will put like shelving, greenhouse shelving here in this little area because potentially this area is going to be a little bit blocked by the water butt anyway, as in the sun will block that small area. So yeah, it would be nice to have like a shelf like up here with seedlings on and then tools below it. And then from about there around here to here and then all the way up to the door I will have tomatoes and peppers and whatever I want in the greenhouse. Yeah, so much to do. So this was the nettle root that I wanted to get out today, which I thought would only take me about 10 minutes, but yeah, I filled one bucket full of roots already, and this thing is absolutely huge. So there are quite a lot of red ants in here, which I've discovered today, which has been fun. Like this thing, it's huge, 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 and I know it's like right on the edge of my plot basically, but if I just leave it, then it's going to continue to grow like straight through this bed, and then we'll have nettles, thingies popping up absolutely everywhere. So yeah, that's what my issue is really. I would love to just, you know, put the cardboard down, put the compost on top, start planting, but it's not that easy. And part of me is just like, just forget about planting anything this year. It's going to take so long to get the ground ready for planting that I should just dig for the rest of the year, and then next year I'll be ready to do some kind of planting. But I just want to grow things. I just want to grow things so bad, and I think that's what's getting me today. Like, it's taken me so long just to remove part of a root. Yeah, those are my thoughts and feelings. I think I'm just going to put you on like time lapse now and we'll try and get that one root out. Yeah, let's see how we go. This is a monster. It's so heavy. I'm gonna put it down. But yeah, it's just like a carpet of roots. Anyway, one out. So many more to go. Just gone 5 PM now and I'm going to head home. I just kind of cracked on with removing those roots and any pieces of rubbish and plastic I could find, and you know what, it's actually not that bad. It's not, it's okay, everything's gonna be okay. So let me show you now. So we've basically got 2 beds done now. Potatoes, potato bed, and now this bed is done, and yes, I've disturbed the soil, and I know, not ideal, but it's ready for a layer of cardboard, then, you know, like compost and whatever, and it'll be fine. The majority of the nettle roots are gone, especially the really big ones. If any little ones come up, it's fine, I can just pull them out. But it's yeah, it's the big stumps that are a problem. So yeah, we've got 2 beds done. I think this will be the next one I tackle, and that monstrosity over there, and then we'll have 3 beds done. And when that toad finally leaves its little nest, I'll sort this area out, and also the greenhouse when my mum comes. So yeah, it's not so bad. Should we check on the toad? Let's have a look. So it's under here and it's so cute. Hello? Are you okay? Let me put your lid back on. There you go. So there is my toad that I'm protecting at all costs. There we go. So yeah, I'm feeling better than I was like an hour ago. And it's not that bad. A couple of days hard work. I think once all the rubbish is gone, I'll feel better, but that's not going to happen for a while. So I've just got to plough on and get the ground ready. And then, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again very soon. Bye.